Hi folks, Mike here from Random Acts of Cooking, and I saw a recipe a few days ago from As Good As It Gets, and they call it a low-carb pimento cheese bread recipe. Anyway, that's what I've got here. I'm going to post this. I'm going to change it just a little bit because I'm making it my way. Anyway, let me show you what I got going, okay? Okay, I have my food chopper, processor, whatever you want to call that. I've got the blade in there. We're going to use both of these as well as this blade as well as this one, but we'll get to that shortly. All right, I have, and let's see what I have. 8 ounces of softened cream cheese. We'll put that in. I have a 4-ounce jar of sliced pimentos that I have drained and chopped. So we'll dump that in the mix. Have a 1/4 cup of mayonnaise that gets put in. And in the bowl, I have a 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, and my addition is 1/4 teaspoon of smoked paprika. That all goes in there. And that's it for this portion. So I'm going to go ahead and mix this up just a little bit for starters. Now, next I have 1 pound, or if we prefer 16 ounces of chopped cheddar cheese that I have cut into usable blocks. But first I'm going to put on the shredder attachment. The cheese is going to go in here, and we're just going to pulse this to get the cheese split up into this stuff. I'm going to take all these little chunks of cheddar cheese and just kind of put those inside because don't want to waste cheese. Now, let's see, let's scrape the sides a little bit, make sure we get all of this mixed up. And I'm just going to give this a couple of little pulses just to make sure it's mixed up. I'm going to call that done. Let's see if we can get a little close-up of what this looks like. I don't know how that's coming out with the light and the camera. It looks pretty good. Next test is we're going to get this out of here, and then we'll go for the important part, the taste test. Okay, this is what we ended up with when I took it out of there. This was a 1 pound container of deli lunch meat. It filled that one up, plus a little bit extra for the tasting. Now, I know this is good. I took a little taste of it already, but this is what we have been getting. Let's see if I can get this light right. Is the Price's Pimento Cheese Spread, original, made with real cheese. I'm not going to go into all of the ingredients and stuff on there, but anyway, this is a store-bought pimento cheese spread. This is a homemade pimento cheese spread. It looks the same. The cheese is a little bit smaller shreds on here than this one. This one is creamier, probably because this one doesn't have quite as much mayonnaise in it as this one does. But anyway, let's just get to the taste test. I know this is better, but you got to see. Okay, folks, I have some little, well, they're in a different container. These are little sweet potato chips that I'm going to use for my dipping. Anyway, this is the store-bought. So you can see the bigger cheese shreds in it. It's a little sweeter. A little sweet, I guess you say. Anyway, I can definitely taste the mayo in there. And a little bit of pimento. Very little cheese flavor from that. I don't know if they use a sharp cheddar or just a mozzarella or what. It's the same little sweet potato chip with the homemade one. It's a little smoother, creamier. My light's flickering, but anyway, that's just me. Don't worry about that. Oh, more flavor. A lot better flavor than the store-bought. A little savory with the garlic powder, the onion powder. I don't really taste any of the smoked paprika, so maybe next time I'd up that to a half a teaspoon. I can definitely get the cheddar cheese flavor. The mayo, I'm not really tasting the mayo, but that's what's helping make it a little creamier. Of course, the cream cheese is creamy. If I have time to make this, anytime we need a pimento cheese dip, this stuff is not going to get purchased. I'm going to go ahead and get the pieces to make this stuff. This is really good. I love the flavor of this. If you want it a little sweeter, or if you want to call it that, put a little bit more mayo in it. If you don't want quite the cheddar cheese flavor, use a mild cheddar. I'm sure you can use a mozzarella, but I don't know if you'll be able to taste the mozzarella. But anyway, this is really good. I'm going to say thank you to As Good As It Gets. In the description box below, I'll put a link to their video. But anyway, oh, this is really good. So anyway, hope you guys get a chance to try it, and I'll catch you next time. Have a happy new year. Bye.